I'll be talking in some detail about the possibility of a new world order emerging after the Cold War. But today, I want to discuss another aspect of that order. You see, as the Cold War drew to an end, we saw the possibilities of a new order in which nations work together. It refers to new ways of working with other nations to deter aggression and to achieve stability. As old threats recede, new threats emerge. The quest for the new world order is in part a challenge to keep the dangers of disorder at bay. We must build on the successes of Desert Storm to give new shape and momentum to this new world order. Only when this transformation is complete will we be able to take full measure of the opportunities presented by this new and evolving world order. The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities. This order gains its mission and shape not just from shared interests, but from shared ideals. Few exceptions. The world now stands as one. A year and a half ago, in Germany, I said that our goal was a Europe whole and free. Tonight, Germany is united. Europe has become whole and free. The world can therefore seize this opportunity to fulfill the long-held promise of a new world order. We can find meaning and reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves. A shining purpose, the illumination of 1,000 points of light. What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind.
Saddam Hussein has gone to elaborate lengths, spent enormous sums, taken great risks to build and keep weapons of mass destruction.
Saddam Hussein is determined to get his hands on a nuclear bomb.
Nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon.
Active chemical munitions bunkers, mobile production facilities.
We know he's got chemical weapons. He's got them. He's got them. He's got them.
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Isn't that true? Well, we're back.
Hello.
Yes, hey, who's there?
Hey, it's Matt from We Are Change, Connecticut.
Hey, Matt, how are you, brother?
Good, man. It's been a long time, a lot longer than I intended.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I think we did. When was the last time I saw you? It was quite a while, right?
Well, the last time you saw me was the River event.
Oh, the River event, that's right.
Last time you heard from me was when Jim went down to occupy Hartford.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah, it's been a lot longer than I intended, and I'll just plug the website real quick. wearechangeCT.org for Jim, because he wanted me to do that.
you bet. We do it too. In
We're
fact,
all members.
we're all members, and you know we have just partnered together as soon as Jeremiah Holscroft gets back to me to take the money that we're willing to pay him for the station. He wants the station sold, and we bought it. Trying to get in touch with you also, Jeremiah. Give me a call. We got money for you. We're ready to take over here. So spreading truth. Also, again, I want to thank TN Truther, Tennessee Truther, who is We Are Change in Tennessee, and working in concert with us. His name is Tim Ramsey, and I want to thank you for your great advice on giving steps in how to get the group organized and how to, make it last and keep continuous stuff, and how we've managed to get people that are active here, So we're going to try to organize other local factions here and areas that, we have basically people in...
Where's Matt from? Where are you from, Matt? I never got to meet you yet.
Oh, Matt, I'm from Wallingford, so...
oh, you're in Wallingford, okay. All right, so we
yeah,
I know we have a chapter over in Meriden, and we have one in...
A lot of us are right in Waterbury.
Well, Waterbury,
No,
the main, We Are Change Connecticut's base is in Waterbury, and of course we have now Hartford is putting together a group, and that they're heavy at work at that. So let's continue to plug this great organization of people that are getting together to actually do something. Everyone bitches and complains, and they all complain at the water cooler or while they're out doing whatever they do or living their lives instead of doing something. It's always easier to just complain and blame somebody else.
Sit on the couch.
And just say and complain, or not, or even worse, they figure it's hopeless. Well, if that is the case, then
Was it Matt? Right?
Hey, man,
Yeah.
people are going to get sick of it eventually.
they will wake up. But we have to continue this effort, and that's why we're doing this. That's why we're expanding our efforts, and we have great people like Truth War, who's going to be expanding our broadcasts in Canada in the near future, and we have Death to the New World Order, D2NWO.com, DeathToTheNewWorldOrder.com. Pam Suggs at UnitedTruthSeekers.com. I mean, it's an incredible network we're growing here, and now we got also partnered with many of the We Are Change organizations, of course, with New York, and now Tennessee is getting closer to us. He just friended us, and we're starting to unify, and he's going to be streaming our stuff, and we're going to be sending more information out to the masses and making an impact. Now,
Matt,
Real quick, Howard.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
I didn't want to interrupt, but
No.
just for anybody that wants to listen on their iPhone, because for the longest time, I'm always out on the road when you're on the show, so that's why it's been so long since I've been able to listen to you. You can download a Shoutcast app from the App Store and just do a search for Informed Radio.
Excellent.
Oh,
Say that
It's
again.
an app on the iPhone?
There's an app on iPhone. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, there's an app for Shoutcast, which is where you guys are streaming from.
I'm gonna actually
And-
report this now. I'll
Shoutcast,
post
you
this. Shoutcast.
Yes, and yes, Shoutcast. There's an app for Shoutcast, and then once you open up the app, just do a search for Informed Radio, your radio station, and
It's our radio station.
Now I can listen to you guys on my phone when I'm out on the road.
Fantastic. That's great news.
Are you going to be coming down January 28th, Matt, to the library for the Agenda 21?
I will actually not be able to because I will be out that weekend. I'm actually closing on a home, which is kind of put me behind. Yeah, I'm buying my first property, unfortunately, in the midst of all the craziness, but it's obviously important for me to have my own place, and it'll give me a base of operations to do what I got to do. So
Nice.
That's fantastic, man.
Congratulations.
That's it. It's, hey, we all have to, you got to go on with life. Just because they're planning on, destroying the banking system, it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy your house. That's for sure, I mean, everybody's got to move forward with this. But that's great news, Matt. Congratulations. God bless them. We'll have to throw a We Are Change welcome home party and all that stuff. New home party for you. That sounds like a plan.
awesome.
Where's the house?
Yeah.
What town?
I wanted to interject something on the, the house is in Meriden, but I'm going to
Meriden,
continue operations in Wallingford to where I head up We Are Change Wallingford subchapter.
Okay.
But I wanted to interject something in the earlier conversation because I know about the whole Alex Jones versus Bill Cooper thing, and it kind of nagged at me for a while, but this is how I kind of drew a conclusion on it, is that they're both people who are in the business of looking for information. There's a lot of disinformation out there. They've both made mistakes. I know Bill Cooper's dead now, and the thing is that you can't look at one and not be able to look at the other, because if you just go through the whole thing about, well, Bill Cooper was telling the truth and Alex Jones is a liar and vice versa, you're going to get nowhere.
That's not true, Matt. It's just not true. Alex Jones, in my experience and in my research, I haven't found him to lie about anything. He does not report things that I also know are true, that I report and other people report, like Israel.
Right, no. I was saying
Israel.
you're not going to get anywhere if you try to discredit either one of them.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, well, that was the point.
It's futile.
Right, that's dumb. That's sixth grade behavior.
That's why I was trying to make the point that, not to really get into the whole fighting over it. That's what I was trying to say to my friend. I mean, I personally don't think, I think it's just a stupid beef. I don't know how much you know about it. It sounds like you're pretty educated and know.
And I get people on the Bill Cooper side of it all the time, and I roll my eyes and I start pointing out stuff on both sides where they both made mistakes. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. We're all human, and we're all looking for truth. That's it.
But
sometimes you just get your information wrong, or you repeat something that comes off the press that's not exactly, it's too fresh to be proven.
Well, you can't though. Alex Jones did though lie about William Cooper with the whole thing, making it like he cursed, and that's why he had to get him off the show. And Bill Cooper's a crazy drunk. When anybody who listens to the show,
absolutely. But you haven't seen the home video. There's a home video of Alex Jones, and I'm not trying to bash Alex Jones.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to either. But we got.
I just want to interject.
Advertise his website
there's a home
right
video
here on
of
Wall
Alex
Street.
Jones,
I'm
and what
wearing
he's
his
saying
hat.
is that this is not a
InfoWars. I read their articles.
What he was saying was that I'm sorry, I can barely hear you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What he was saying is he was talking about David Icke, and he said something about David Icke either being a scam artist or a disinfo agent, and it was a home video, and yet he continues to have the guy on the show. Now, look, I'm not saying Alex is bad or even David Icke is bad, but I'm saying there's a lot of beef between all of these guys.
Yes, that's what I've noticed, and I don't want. I'm with you where I don't want that. We do have to. We're all in the fight. We all have the same enemy. So, it doesn't matter who's giving us the information. We all got to work together. I agree with you on that.
Absolutely.
Right. I just wanted to clarify that. Most people don't know there's multiple beefs going on, and it's kind of ridiculous because what it ends up being is that, popularity and envy of, this person's got more listeners than that person.
Yeah.
It's not about listeners. It's about spreading the message and getting and then networking this thing and like sort of like what we're doing here. We should all be trying to
network and come
to
together.
network